Hi guys, this is an important moment for us. First of all, let's confirm if you can hear us properly, if you can see us properly. I'm just adjusting the volume here. So this is a special occasion kind of, because today is the big day. It's the release of patch 2.0.
Finally.
And yeah, finally. It's been more than a year since the first proposal of this update, and honestly I'm super hyped and proud of this update because
it's a really good update. Yeah.
It's a really great update.
Yeah, it's a free update on PC, so be sure to load the game up. It's live now. Tested it, patched it. It's up and running.
Yeah, obviously this is a huge update. So it's 14 gigabytes, I think, or something like this.
Yeah.
So probably there's gonna be some more updates, you know. But this is why it's a Thursday. So far so good. There are hundreds of people playing right now. I just checked the backend server. So it's really great. What we're gonna do today? First of all, we should introduce ourselves, right?
I'm Gergő, and
I am Megapool, and Gergő works PR marketing manager, and I am on the design currently. So what we're gonna do today is, first of all, answer all of your questions about the game. What has changed? What remains the same? By the way, nothing remains the same. Everything got changed. And we will gloss over all the cool new features.
Check out all the new features. Play the game as regular players, I guess. Like, just load up a few maps and
obviously
play new stuff.
Yeah, I'm having an overgeared character to showcase all the new stuff, all the cool things that are implemented in Martyr. I'm gonna start out with an assassin. Obviously, I'm gonna gloss over all the cool, awesome gear that we have. Let's start with the most important stuff, which is itemization and leveling. Obviously, you can see that now I can be a level 100, which is the maximum level in Martyr in 2.2, and there's a bunch of new item tiers as well.
Yeah, the thread stuff is quite new, I guess.
Yeah, you mean the Archaeotech relics? Yeah, it's pretty amazing. There's 3 new item tiers actually, so you can only see 2 right now. Archaeotech relics and ancient relics. Both are specifically designed for endgame, and as you can see, sockets are a thing now. So someone's claiming he's over 60 FPS. Yeah,
there are optimization updates as well with this patch, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of optimization. Obviously, there's temporal anti-aliasing as well in the game, as well as frame blending, which is sort of an experimental feature. But especially in low-end PCs, it should help like a lot. It should boost the overall FPS.
Also, if you just downloaded the patch and logged in, be sure to go to the options menu, because I think everything was.
Oh yeah, let's start with that. So yeah, I know that
everything is the default now, right?
Yeah, so we did a complete options reset, because there's a bunch of changes.
Yeah.
But there's some nice real changes, because the camera has been changed as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you can offset the camera to whichever preset you like. If you prefer your character to stay on the bottom like this, you can almost go like third-person camera.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's start something. For example, let's start a Voyage Crusade, which is...
so this is quite an end game.
Yeah, and you can see that tutorials are all over the place, because one of the main complaints about the old version of Martyr was that we didn't explain all the stuff, so we have added lots of tutorials to the game to better explain everything. You can even replay these tutorials whenever you like, so if you forget how things work.
Yeah, I think there's a small icon next to all the features and content where you can just load the tutorial for it, and it will show you what exactly it is.
Yeah, it's really great that we basically quality of life was the main goal that we set, because it can make or break a game, honestly. And besides new content, obviously, because the game needed some new content, and therefore 4 new tile sets are available.
Oh yeah.
You can see the first one right now.
This is the monastery one. Yeah. Oh, the lighting is pretty cool.
And I'm just removing the preview text from the top right, because this is no longer a preview, this is actually live. So this is a monastery map, which is one of my favorite settings, and we are playing the Voyage Crusade right now.
So it's
just readjusting the camera because I like it in the middle, sort of. Yeah, it's like classic.
Yeah, Voyage Crusade is quite a difficult maps.
Yeah, it's meant to have the best endgame loot in the game. You will probably not see, because Voyage Crusade consists of 29 maps, and you have to do quite a lot in order to reach the end room, which is a special room with 10 chests that contain awesome and amazing gear. But as you can see, this map setting...
Also the loot drops are changed quite a lot. It's more... I think you will see more loot on a map if you do even random mission or kill elites or anything, basically.
Loot has been changed a lot overall. It's been balanced, and the quality of life changes with the loot system as well. Because if you remember the old loot screen in old Martyr, you can skip that entirely if you want to. But yeah, I just...
It's a good screen, but I mean, running hundreds of missions will become something that one might skip. Yeah.
A lot of questions about the console version of this update. I can give you an ETA, but usually the console updates are following the PC a couple months behind.
Indeed. And
content-wise, everything's going to be the same. So you're going to receive the same amount of content. These maps will be on the console version as well.
Indeed.
The optimization changes will reach the console version as well. Which is huge, especially the frame blending thing. I think it's gonna make wonders for the console FPS, or so I've heard. I was working on the endgame part of Martyr, so that's what I know the most about, obviously, because I've been actively taking part in those things. For example, I made this map.
Yeah,
all the other changes are huge.
Yeah, I think as we move closer to the console release and after Prophecy comes out on PC, I think we're gonna stream the console version as well. But yeah, just asking for your patience for a little bit more time.
Yeah, due to our workflow, we develop for the PC version first, and then we release it on the console as well. And yes, many of you, I see that you are realizing that the speed has been changed drastically. Combat fluidity. There's been a lot of changes. One of the coolest ideas was, I think, that the global cooldown of primary skills, so the spammable skills, have been drastically reduced. So what I can do is just charge over to this guy and start hitting him instantly.
Yeah, instantly.
No delay, it's fluid, it's fast, obviously movement speed is boosted, and the gear, I just want to talk more about the... I hope this is not a time mission.
That's the most exciting part of the update, I think.
Yeah, the build variety is huge in Martyr, and I counted how many new enchants, relic enchants, are there in 2.0.
It's not 12.
Right? It's not 12. In the previous version, there's been a couple dozen relic enchants, and that's generous. Now we have added over 200, or I think even over 300 relic enchants.
That's crazy.
And I just opened my inventory, because that's also a new thing in 2.0. You can open your gear, you can swap out your stuff if you want to, whenever you want, mid-mission. That's like a seemingly a little change, but it's huge. So relic enchants can make or break a gear because of their synergy, and because there are literally hundreds of new relic enchants added to the game. You can build insane builds. For example, my armor has 10% chance to get an enrage token when hit. That means when I get hit, I get an enrage token, and my signums give me 3.1% critical hit chance per enrage token. So for example, you can see that these two items are working together in synergy. Let's see. Rosaria's force field is created on critical hits, and my critical hit chance is increased by my signum.
Yeah, so it's almost like collecting set items, but we don't call them set items.
Yeah, because set items sort of lock you to a certain build, but here you can place whichever items you want to and combine them in order to succeed.
Absolutely.
And it is working perfectly. The Rosaria's field, of course, makes me invulnerable for a couple of seconds, only for a couple of seconds, but the proc rate with a good build is high enough, so you can sustain survivability.
Yeah,
it's quite cool.
There will be tons of builds, even if it's like based on suppression or HP regeneration or critical hits or anything like that.
I just got a couple new stuff from the chest. Obviously, there's psalms and archaeotech shards.
You almost said gems, right?
Yeah, I almost said gems, because these harken back to the classic age of ARPGs. For example, Diablo 2, where there were runes and rune wards and gems. and these are quite similar in their manner of usage, but we're going to talk about these later.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about is this Intel guy here, which is another neat way of getting experience and endgame stuff, because when you get some Intel, it drops randomly from everywhere basically, and when you get an Intel, you gain a mission when you use it. A new mission pops up on the star map, and basically that mission only exists for 48 hours, and you gain increased rewards including experience and whatnot. So it's also a good way to level up, because obviously, as I mentioned, the leveling system has changed drastically. So the maximum level is 100, and
no power ratings anymore.
Yeah, power ratings removed.
Only item level, and
yeah, items have item level. So you can see that item level 90, that's the maximum item level. So if you do the campaign and everything, you reach around 50 or 60. And open world missions only go up to 70. And in order to get higher, in order to reach level 100, you have to be tricky, you have to use these Intel missions or tarot cards. Yeah. Because tarot missions are completely free now, so you won't have to spend fate on tarot missions. That's one of huge changes in 2.0. So tarot missions are entirely free.
Right.
Oh, I need to rescue these guys.
Yeah. Also, let's talk a bit about how items and gear are converted into this new system.
Yeah.
So basically, 2.0 is live, and if you have a high-level character or high-level characters, you don't have to worry about your gear. It's not lost, it's converted technically into the new system.
Yep.
Also, if you had stuff like the crafting tech tree, for example, all upgraded, it's reset, but you get back the amount of credits that you spent on it and fate points.
Yeah, basically, since so much stuff has changed, you won't lose anything, because, for example, the tech tree costs have been refunded, so you can spend it all again if you want to, because the tech tree has changed dramatically, which we're going to show. And for example, the Warzone items have been removed, because, as I mentioned, 3 new item tiers have been introduced. So the Warzone items got converted into Archaeotech relics, I think, and they still remain useful. And of course, each and every player who was triumphant in the Warzone received some compensation, obviously. So if you had favor, you received some fate. If you had consumables that no longer exist, because crafting is instantaneous now, so you no longer need a consumable that makes crafting instant, because it's instant every time. So for each of those consumables, you receive a couple 100,000 credits, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, of course, if you had a level 8 character, it remains level 80, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
When are servers up again? I'm not sure, because I'm playing right now, so it should be up. Yeah. Should be up, yeah. Inventory stash, still 3 tabs only. I think we added tabs. I don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure we increased the amount of tabs. So
let's see some questions.
These are the dog.
How do Psychers play now? So just as all the other classes, Psyker play is much different. You don't have to wait for the animations to finish.
Yeah, the projectiles are faster, the casting animations are faster, but the overall design of the class hasn't changed. So, which is the same with everything. So I'm playing the assassin.
Passives are the same and stuff like that, but the items obviously changed, the enchants have changed, so you have to find out new gears for your ambient character.
And obviously the unsung heroes of the 2.2 update are the fixed bugs, sort of, because we went through all the passive skills, every single one of them, fixed every single one of them, and therefore, you know, the skill trees are working as intended finally, you know, so I think with 2.0, and obviously this is a huge update, so there might be a couple issues to iron out. It just went live, so I don't even know. You know, we have to wait. For
we tested it as much as possible. Especially,
as you can see, it's running smoothly. It's fun, and I'm enjoying Martyr today after this release in a way that I haven't been able to since a long time, and it's much better than before, to be honest. It's been amazing to work on this update, and it's been a huge effort. As I mentioned, that the first patch of 2.0 happened more than a year ago.
Yeah, also some of the new features are co-op campaign, for example.
Oh, yeah.
So co-op campaign is a big update. We usually forget to talk about it in the streams.
Yeah, because it's just okay. Now you can play the campaign in co-op,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Because,
amazing, yeah.
Oh, I get so many buddies now.
Yeah, and also if you are an achievement collector, I think we added like more than 50 new achievements based on the console version.
53 achievements.
53.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. that's a lot compared to the 14 that we had.
Yeah, a bunch
before.
of them you will get automatically because some of them are bound to heroic deeds.
Yeah.
But there's tons of new achievements as well.
Yeah, that are bound to, similar to the console achievements, I think.
Yeah. And yeah, just to mention a couple other things. Yeah, I'm playing the Voyage Crusade right now, which is currently the end game source for loot, basically right now, and it gets increasingly harder. So in order to do all the missions, after this mission, I'm going to talk about the Voyage Crusade a bit, because basically what you do here is the goal in the Voyage Crusade is to reach the end loot room, which is a single room with a bunch of chests, is to reach that room with the most amount of enemies, with the most amount of missions finished.
Yeah.
So, because with each finished mission you gain a stacking loot bonus, which increases your rewards. So, it's pretty cool. And when you reach the end, you're gonna get a hell of a lot of loot.
Let's see.
And I'm finished. Yay! Oh, you meant inventory tab. Sorry, I think stash size was increased. Inventory size was
remained
not
the same.
increased. Yeah. What about power rating? The power rating is gone. We felt like power rating is like a useless number that you want to increase forever, and it's not good. We went back to the classic, to the basics. So you have experience, level, item level. That's it.
Yeah,
basically.
that's it. You don't have to worry about increasing your power rating like one by one after each mission. So
yeah.
And also we got a lot of feedback from you guys that you wanted a different system. So yeah, we went back to the basics, and now you have item level. Your character has a level, and basically that's it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Voyage Crusade. As you can see, I did this mission already. So mission completed. And I already have 10% end loot bonus, which means when I do one of these supreme missions at the end, I get 10% more loot from the crates. And obviously if I do all this stuff, that's gonna be like 500% more loot.
Wow, man.
So this is gonna be the source for relic items, and there's and morality items and archaeotech relics and ancient relics.
Morality items has the blue glow, right?
Yeah,
so
morality items are blue, so there's a new color. Ancient relics are sort of deep orange.
Yeah.
Archaeotech relics are red, and morality items, which is I think it's a really cool change. Morality items as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like a unique kind of item type. So.
Yeah, the morality items have holy or demon forged enchants based on your character's morality standing. So if you are going the radical way, obviously there's gonna be demon forged enchants on the items, and in the Puritan way we'll have holy enchants.
Right.
Yeah, so there's gonna be. I know that the patch notes can be a bit huge and daunting because it's a huge patch. But I really urge you to read the changelog and especially to read the compendium, which is over 52 pages of information, because there's so much new stuff in Martyr that basically
I think this is by far the biggest patch that we have released to the game. So it's almost like a second kind of release. It's truly a second kind of release. This is also a new map type.
Yeah, the Death World.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites as well. Not only because it's
awesome.
It's pretty well optimized, and there's these cool dusty effect on it that you often find. Which is like this
really cool to play in co-op, I think.
Yeah, and obviously there's these open map types, which I mentioned 4 new map settings. 2 of those are open because there's the Death World and the Desert map type.
Yeah.
And both of those are like open. You're completely free to go wherever you wanna. Obviously now here I have to purge everyone, and I don't think I will do that for the sake of the stream.
Yeah, this is Voyage Crusade map with the purge everyone kind of mission type is quite challenging as well.
Yeah, these missions are designed to be super challenging, and it may be a bit tricky because I'm obviously decked out a lot with my assassin. I'm gonna show some Crusader gameplay as well soon. Those are the two characters that I have prepared for the stream, but obviously everything changed dramatically. Literally, we went through every single character animation and spell effect, so like projectiles.
Yeah, hundreds of them, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, there were more than 300 of these animations and effects that we went through in order to make them faster, more responsive. So if I'm throwing a grenade, it's no longer delayed. It's really amazing.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, console. A lot of guys are asking about the console, which is obviously great because I see that the console player base is rising slowly and steadily, and a lot of guys are playing on console, especially since the past couple of weeks. So yeah, this all will come to consoles as well.
Yeah.
But it will need a couple more months.
Yeah, we can't confirm the date yet, but we're gonna announce it as soon as we can. Yeah. It's usually a couple of months, but yeah, don't quote me on that.
I think I'm gonna get wrecked here because I'm out of Rosario's forge fields and out of inoculators. Oh no, actually the self-heal things work out pretty well. If I can get a little break here. I'm gonna check what skill trees do I have.
Yeah, pretty sure Voyage Crusade maps will be the maps that where you have to switch gear constantly.
Yeah, you can do
set
this.
your passive skills very smartly.
Yeah, at the end, obviously, as you can see, so this gear that I have will take some work to obtain. Yeah. Obviously, since we adjusted loot a bit, there's gonna be more items as well. From the challenges, for example, because there are challenges as well, which is another cool, not so endgame, but it's a really good source of loot and experience.
It's a cool little extra feature for high level characters if you want to log in every day.
Yeah, so 3 times a week you can gain a new challenge, and if you complete that challenge, you receive a bunch of stuff, basically. So that's also a really good way to add variety. So because previously in the old version of Martyr, you had a couple choices, but not much. For example, the only endgame source was to grind tarot missions for fate, for increasing costs of fate over and over and over again, and that was it. For example, now let's see, I'm doing this Voyage Crusade mission. Then maybe I'll do that Intel mission that just dropped, and after that I'm gonna do a challenge and maybe try the new Warzone, and then I can go apply a couple tarot cards to an open world mission, because now you can apply tarot cards to every single mission besides campaign mission. Basically, you can even apply tarot cards to Void Crusade missions if you're feeling extra tough. I don't recommend that for beginner characters though, but oh nice, supply, I need supplies. So as you can see, I just listed like 5 or 6 different things that are that can be done with high-level characters, and most of them can be done with low-level characters as well, in order to basically have a more varied gameplay experience, which is amazing in my eyes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a connection to the PSN if you're playing on console. That's a given, indeed. So yeah, I really want to talk about the itemization. So I think I'm gonna
let's check the inventory and everything else.
Yeah, let's check the cool new features of the crafting panel, because crafting, it was there in the previous version, but I believe that crafting is really something that needs to have its own segment, sort of, because and now I failed this mission, so this whole branch of the Voyage Crusade is dead. So this means, obviously you can see that I have 4 lives, so that's another modifier of the Voyage Crusade, that you have to be tough because you have to do all this with a couple lives. Obviously if you do these bonus missions, you gain some extra lives.
Oh nice.
So it's all there, but as you can see, as you progress, it gets harder and harder. So it's really a real advanced
small little mini game, basically.
Yeah, it's like a mini campaign. Not so many. It's 29 missions.
So, many,
so if you want to do it all, it's like 5 hours. And of course, you can start the Void Crusade with Void Shards, which drop randomly from missions. 5 shards is 1 Void Crusade, and if you fail, you can do it all over again.
And you can find shards up to level 50, right?
Yep, Void Crusade starts at level 50.
Cool.
Alright, so let's do... Oops, I don't have forging. Let's fix that real quickly.
Yeah, so
and I just have.
Yeah, just to repeat, yeah, Megapool's tech tree is, as you can see, is resetted, but since it's 2.0, you get back all the credits and fate points that you spent on it. So
the costs are basically the same.
Yeah.
So it costs about 1,500 fate to upgrade everything. But if you did that before, you gain all that fate back, so you can spend it all over again. For example, as you can see, basically everything is changed, and tutorials have been added. You can even repeat tutorials if you want to.
Yeah.
So if I forgot what does what, basically, I have to upgrade my tech power, new modify, function, unlocking a forge, whatever. I can do just that. So let's see. Let's see my current gear. I want to look at some rooms in my Hololithic Ancient Relic Armor, for example. Let's check it out. For example, let's say I want to do some room crafting. Let's see. Plus 1% damage for 2 seconds on hit, that's not bad. 10% chance to slow enemies in 3 meter radius on kill, not bad. Reduce target's armor. Oh, in armor, 4 damage reduction. 900 suppression. It's a tier 5 Architect Relic Shard.
Powerful.
In weapon, 4% critical hit chance. I know I'm gonna go with that, so I'm gonna unequip that, equip my blade, back to the inventory, and yeah, let's do that. 4% critical hit chance is there, it's socketed. It's free, obviously, so you can forge sockets onto an item, that's not free. That costs Sparks of Glory. And you can gain Sparks of Glory by salvaging these high tier items. Yep. So it's really expensive.
So you can salvage Archaeotech items, and you can't salvage the Demon Forge one, right?
Some of those items you can salvage indeed. 2% critical hit chance. Yeah, let's go with some more crit. I need that. 10% damage bonus against bleeding enemies. Oh yeah. And 50% increased damage to vulnerability effect. And you might wonder what these empty 4 slots mean. Basically, as I mentioned, psalms are similar to runes in other classic ARPGs, and you can combine them in a specific order to gain specific bonus, which are called psalm code doctrines.
Nice.
And there are over 50 combinations. Some of them require 4 runes in order, 5 or even 6 runes in order to gain the effect of that psalm code doctrine. And those will make some amazing endgame bonuses, basically. Yeah. And obviously, there we have crafting. I can craft a bunch of stuff.
I love the big new craft item.
Yeah, it will have a new effect as well soon. But yeah, I can craft purple items, and as you can see, I instantly get my items. No longer have to wait. And I can even craft relic items now, and even I can craft Archaeotech relics.
Nice, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so blueprints are changed basically. The entire blueprint system has been revamped. It's not very interesting, but the gist of it is there's tons more blueprints, and the relic blueprints and the Archaeotech relic blueprints. It's a hard word to say, sorry. So basically, you can craft these items as well. But it's tricky because if you have a relic blueprint, you can craft that relic item like 5 or 6 times before that blueprint's gone. So you have to farm them all over again. So there's that. And obviously there's a salvage feature, and I think I have some other kinds of gear. Yeah.
Also, tarot cards are now in your inventory if you find them as part of the loot, and you can use them basically to upgrade your
Let's check out this intel mission. Yeah, so basically tarot system is completely reversed, which is a good idea to talk about.
Yeah.
And now I just used an intel mission, and you can see that it has a special icon. It's level 100. I get almost 5k experience, which is like 4 times the experience of the normal experience amount. I got some influence, and there's these difficulty modifiers.
Quite a lot, right?
Yeah, but it's worth to do this.
Yeah.
And if I don't want to do it, I can just skip it. It's gonna stay there until 48 hours later.
Yeah, and even if you zoom out, for example, from this system, and you forgot where this intel mission was, there's a new cool system that we...
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the same thing as well. Yeah, it's good because obviously, as you can see, I just traveled out to the torque system. And if I can travel out again, this takes time, even though it looks cool.
Yeah.
But if you're an experienced martyr, a veteran, so to say, you may not want to do this traveling all the time.
Yeah.
So there's this little neat button called Mission Deployment. Boom.
First, you will see a bunch of random missions. As you can see, they are all level 70. That's because we are max level and we need tarot cards to improve them.
Oh yeah, these are the random missions.
Yeah.
So I can just instantly start all of these missions on a single click.
It's pretty awesome. You can see all the details, what kind of enemies there, what kind of, you know, which system it is, what kind of map type it is.
Yeah. You are getting compensated for all the stuff spent.
Yeah.
Where beers done. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the other tab of the mission deployment, which is listing the special type of mission separately. So there you can see, there's my intel mission, basically.
Pretty cool.
And I can do all of these. It's all separated. I don't have to travel on the star map.
So
Oops, I don't have.
You don't have to travel back to the Lacon system anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to travel all the way. And the tarot system, which is which I don't have the tarot system unlocked on this character because I haven't done the first couple campaign missions, obviously because I cheated. So after you unlock Uther's tarot in like the first couple missions of the campaign, the Martyr campaign, which you probably remember, you gain access to tarot cards. And basically we added a bunch more tarot cards. And it's completely free now, so it no longer costs faith. You can apply tarot cards to whichever mission you want to. You can open this mission deployment on the hub as well, so you don't have to go to the store.
And also, if you farmed influence, for example, and you received tarot cards because of that, I think you still kind of got those cards, right?
Oh yeah.
So don't have to worry about that.
And you can upgrade the tarot cards as well because there's 5 levels of each tarot cards,
Yeah.
and they drop from monsters. So you get a tarot card and it stacks like in a deck or something.
Yeah, something
It's
like
a
that.
good, it's a good analogy.
And you will see it in your inventory, basically small card icon.
Yep, and you can spend some credits to upgrade a tarot card. It will have better effect.
Yeah.
More on that. There's also Imperial Seals, which is basically the same thing as a tarot card, but it's consumed.
And I think we haven't shown the seals yet on the streams because they were kind of work in progress. So that's a completely new thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have some, maybe on my other character.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Relic Blueprint, Power Hammer. Oh,
wow, pretty cool.
I have to.
It's so cool to see all these new items in our inventory, so it's not just weapon and armor.
Yeah,
you know?
Let's see. Okay, I have this Relic Power Hammer. I need 3 machine gun spark. Sorry, I'm have to remember all this cool. It's so intense. This all these crafting things. Let's see. I can't salvage these items because I think these are added previously.
Right.
Yeah, but I can salvage these, I think, or not. Yeah.
Also, I think you have a meme virus in your inventory, and just to confirm, is it dropping or is it just because of the the free meme virus that we handed out?
A meme virus is obtainable. For example, at the end of the Voyage Crusade, you can obtain. There's 9 chests at the end of the Voyage Crusade, and each one of those chests contains specialized loot. And you may or may not gain some info on what's in the crate, and if you do that, you can basically target those crates.
Wow, okay.
So you can farm loot specifically. So you say, oh, I'm gonna need some tarot cards and some consumables. You go through the Void Crusade, you open those 2 crates, chests, and then you gain those items specifically. So you can exactly get what you want. You don't have to rely on chance, because that crate or that chest will always drop consumables, no matter what.
So let's say you are level 90, the last 10 levels are really challenging for an endgame character, so you can go to aim for that meme virus in your chest. To boost experience. Okay.
Yeah, I got these meme virus, and it's pretty cool. It's super rare, obviously, but you can obtain.
That was the very rare item in the previous build.
Yeah, and basically you can quick salvage items with control and right click, and I already got 9 machine gun spark, so I can do this power hammer. It's interesting to see because basically I'm testing it, right? Yeah, it's just if it works.
It's indeed a power hammer.
15% chance for enemies to explode and kill, dealing area damage equal 25% of their HP. That looks amazing, and I'm gonna put this in my stash and check it out with my Crusader, which is what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
Where's that item? Maybe I didn't take it out. I'm not sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just a quick repeat for everyone who just came in. So 2.0 is live for PC now, and it's coming soon for consoles. We haven't announced the date for that yet, but we are working on it and it's coming very soon.
Oh yeah.
Now it's live on PC. If you haven't played Martyr for a while, be sure to log in and check all the new things that's in now. We added tons of new content, and there's a very detailed patch note and a very detailed compendium online. So be sure to check it out.
Yep.
And it's a whole new game basically.
It's awesome. A whole new game.
Yeah.
This is a PC version, but all this that we talked about will come for the consoles as well. A couple months.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I just got these power hammers.
Yeah, and if you guys have questions, feel free to ask, and we are watching the chat and we are trying to answer all of them.
I have an Architect Heavy Bolter, but I really want an autogun. I don't know what build I have. 5.9% chance to deal double damage and heal that amount. This is pretty overpowered, but
cool.
Single target attacks deal area damage around the target. Yeah, that's what I need. And I'm gonna do this Heavy Bolter in the second and add the Signums as well.
Nice.
Yeah, what do we... Let's see. Same thing and Rage Token. I got a Rosario's Field. When in enraged state, nearby enemies suffer a shock effect, and it's also in synergy with my armor because it gives me a rage token, so it works really fine together. And as you can see, I just gave those stuff to my alt character, so to say, my Crusader, these power hammers.
Pretty cool.
I don't think, do I have any gems or runes? No. Let's go with the
probably
Dark Eldar missions.
Some of the elites will drop high-level gems.
Yeah, let's see. I'm doing the season quest. These are I'm doing the story mode, the normal missions. Let's see. Let's do it the normal difficulty. I'm really just it's been a long day. It's cool to finally just sit back, chill and play the game. Honestly, it's so many cool changes, and obviously if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're here to answer.
So one question asked, if I create a new character and just want to do random missions, can I do that? So I think if you finish the tutorial, then which is 5 maps, kind of short, then the open world opens up and you can do random missions indeed.
Yeah, if you reach level 5, which is the first couple tutorial missions, you can then just go out in the Caligari sector and do whatever you want, basically. And you don't even have to do the tutorial anymore if you did it once already.
Yeah.
So if I have a Crusader and I finish the tutorial with that Crusader, with that type of Crusader, the next time I'm creating a Crusader, I don't have to do the tutorials. The game will ask, do you want to do this? If you click no, you will instantly gain a level 5 character with some gear and unspent skill points. So it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Let's see, the Autogun Crusader, obviously, I think I have the movement tree. Yep.
Yep,
I have the movement tree, so this is the Crusader. Obviously, the game is no longer sluggish. If you can see, I can turn around quickly, deal damage to whichever angle I want to.
It's awesome to see a Crusader just...
Yeah, and the Autogun is one of my favorite weapons, one of my all-time favorite, because it's so cool.
Yeah. Quickly, just answering another question, you don't have to purchase 2.0. 2.0 is a free update. It kind of works like the Season 1 and Season 2 updates. You just download it and the game's updated.
It's you download the 7 gigabytes on your phone. And obviously, as you can see, even though I'm level 100 and I'm decked out, there are missions that are... So you have to be clever. So I don't have any sockets, anything in my sockets. So... as you can see, even though I'm decked out, I'm still having trouble defeating these guys. Obviously, my defense is more than adequate.
I think once you reach level 100 in the normal way and not just...
Which is quite
long, then you will have a pretty cool build.
Yeah, if you farm out some neat items, you will gain access to all these cool new Relic Engines. And I'm gonna try out the Heavy Bolter now with these AoE attacks. Let's see what it does. And I see that the players online is rising steadily, so it's good to see some people back in action. Yeah, and
as always, drop your feedback after playing 2.0.
Yeah, we just got some. Just play 2 missions while watching. Combat is 100% more fun. Drop rate is great too.
Thank you.
Glad to hear it, man. Thanks. That's what we were going for. Why is there so much smoke with explosion? The grenade launcher looks like smoke. I think this is the enemy guys that they are doing, that are doing this. You can tune these back in the video options, I'm quite sure. And I'm surprised.
Yes, we updated, well, not upgraded graphics, but we balanced and did a lot of, you know...
Shaders have been updated like 20 times in the past year, so yeah, this the game sure looks better. Thanks to all the new shaders, and obviously it's our in-house engine, so this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean...
And the frame blending, which
really,
is currently turned on right now, it's a sort of experimental feature, so it's not a 100% operating, I think.
Yeah.
It might have some quirks like this effect in my
Yeah, I think by default it's ticked, so it's checked
on,
in.
yeah.
It's on, so...
What it does is it smooths out the overall gameplay, and I think that's what made you look, made you say the game looks better. Frame blending is like an optimization feature,
right?
Which makes the game look overall smoother. It's not VSync, so it's nothing like VSync, because I personally don't like VSync. But yeah. Cool, neat feature that also some of you might not know. This is one of my favorite features across all RPGs. That I'm going here and press G, I'm picking up the items near me. Obviously there's auto pickup, so there's a tick box that makes you pick up everything automatically. But if you press G, you pick up the items around you.
Yeah, you can switch them immediately.
Yeah, and if I want to open my inventory, I can do that right now. So it's really cool. How does it improve the standard attacks? Yeah, basically the global cooldown is what was reduced. Game looks incredible, nice job, thanks man, that's what we're going for. These are not even new maps, I think, yeah, this is the Drukhari maps, which is the first season.
First season, yeah.
So this is the first season map of the game. But as you can see, even this content, which is amazingly done by the campaign guys, looks incredible.
Looks amazing, and now playable in co-op.
Yeah, and you can play it in co-op as well, because it's not only the basic Martyr campaign that's unlocked for co-op playability, but you can also play the seasons and the DLCs as well in co-op.
That's awesome. It's
so
a
it's
lot
cool.
of maps.
It's been a much requested feature. Basically, you can play. Besides the Voyage Crusade, you can play everything in co-op. I think Intel missions not, maybe, but that's it.
Yeah.
So basically you can play everything in co-op. It's really cool.
Well,
and let's adjust.
Also, except one of few of those, you know, night missions with the night.
Yeah.
But
obviously, yeah, the vehicular missions have to be played solo. Taco Night, I think you can play your dash AoE assassin better than before, because if you get some new relic items, you can improve it even better. Let's see, I wanted to change the camera to this, which is a nice little feature. You want to go like this, you know, third person, almost sort of third person like. You can go like this if you want to. It's a cool little feature.
I think this is a bit closer to the original camera angle, and the one that you used before is the new camera angle,
it's
which is more like a traditional.
Yeah, it's not even the other
angle.
endpoint, because the original, the default setting is 50,
yeah.
But you can play like this if you want to, which is like a more tactical. It looks cool, to be honest. I haven't played in this angle for a while.
Yeah.
I love it. Honestly, yeah, I love the bull greens, melee enemies.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, obviously we will have some extended support capabilities active, because it's a huge patch. We expect
we will be playing the game all day, every day in the next coming days, and we will test it more extensively, just as before.
Yeah, this has been a lot of work, but as you can see, I hope it's completely worth it, because it looks amazing, it feels amazing. I'm having so much fun playing right now, and I have like 4,000 hours or something hooked in this game already. But it's pretty cool. I want to play like a melee crusader, but I think that's gotta wait until later. Because I'm just really liking the melee capabilities. Speaking of melee, I'm gonna leave this cutscene going while I'm talking. So speaking of melee, the covers cover system is a cool feature in Martyr. It's one of its unique features because there's covers and destructible environment. You can do all that. And previously it was kind of
people didn't really use
clinky,
it. It was good for HP regeneration if you had a build like that.
Yeah, and you were sort of forced to use covers.
Yeah.
And we didn't really change anything with the cover mechanics besides the whole game itself around the covers. So how the game it is right now, you kind of, as you can see, I'm not really using covers. But if I want to use covers, I can still use covers. You can go in here. You can see my suppression is regenerating right now. I'm evading these attacks. I'm regenerating a cover. I'm going into cover, killing these guys. They are missing me a whole lot more. So it's really useful. But if I don't want to use it because I'm not that kind of player, I don't have to. So you're not forced to do anything basically with covers.
Yeah, they can be useful on these type of interior maps. On outside maps, you can just go full crazy and just
it's not forced basically is what it is. So you don't have to get into cover every single time, which is really great in my eyes. And yep, I have to reach this final room and there's gonna be a corpse. So yeah, I really like the movement speed overall of the Crusader, and it just feels so smooth. So you have to kind of play it to fully experience, because I think the best word for this is fluid combat, because that's what this game lacked before,
it's
and
more responsive.
Now we got it. So yeah. If you take a look back to some old gameplay videos from a couple of years ago, it's day and night. So I highly recommend you to check it out. To check out this game. Obviously, I'm gonna upload the stream onto YouTube, because I feel it's quite a milestone in the life of the.
And also we will have a trailer coming early next week.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
And it will show all the new features.
Yeah, obviously, it's so much new features that I just, out of curiosity, I copy-pasted the list of new features from the compendium into a Word document, and it's 52 pages.
Okay.
So, and that's keeping it brief.
Yeah.
So, I'm really proud of how this turned out. Sorry, to be, because obviously it's basically a release, so it's like a whole new title release almost. Yeah. And it's always, as a developer especially, you get nervous when you release a game. Obviously, I've been testing it in the past couple months, on basically all day. But the game just released, the patch 2.0 just released an hour ago or something. Yeah. And this is the first time I'm playing it, and and I'm streaming it as well. So it could go wrong, but I'm so glad that its stability has been improved dramatically, as you can see. I'm streaming and I'm having a lot of FPS. I don't know, it's 60 or something. Yeah, I'm having 60 FPS.
Yeah, just answering a few questions regarding Gamescom. I don't think we're gonna go to Gamescom this year. It's because we will have Inquisitor Prophecy coming up very soon, and we are working on it also very hard. So we're gonna skip Gamescom this year, maybe next year.
Yeah, and let's talk about a bit about Prophecy. Obviously, it's not in the spotlight right now, but it's hugely important. Prophecy is going to be amazing. Basically, it's going to be an expansion, a standalone expansion to Inquisitor.
Yeah, it's coming June 30th on PC, and also a bit later on consoles. And I think after 2.0 is out, we're gonna put that on the focus, and we're gonna stream Prophecy as we are gonna get closer to its release.
Yeah, and obviously Prophecy is gonna contain all this. So I mean, the mechanics changes and stuff. Because basically how it is right now, I just said in the minds. So Inquisitor is the game, Martyr is the first campaign, Prophecy is the second campaign. Yeah. So what Prophecy will have is a whole standalone campaign and a new class, the Tech Adept Inquisitor.
Yeah, very cool class.
It's a summoning class. Awesome. It's so cool.
And
obviously it's gonna have
also new enemy types in Prophecy, right?
And two new enemy types, the Eldari and the Tyranids. Awesome. And it looks pretty cool. The Tyranids like burrowing down underground and attacking you from below. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think that you can see some of their structures and buildings. I mean, the Eldari, obviously not the Tyranids, because they don't build stuff really in these. But obviously you can you might see some of their stuff in Martyr's open world maps. Some of those maps may contain some of those stuff. So if you're curious, you can play with those and check it out.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, map variety has also been an issue with Martyr, and that's why we added 4 new map settings, 2 of which are completely open. So the desert and the death world map types are open, and it's really. Oops, this is gonna be hard. I'm just gonna skip. Skip right ahead. Yeah. So. Basically, we added a lot more variety to the game, map-wise and mechanic-wise. Obviously the bigger deal is mechanic-wise, but all the new cool combat changes. Oh, this is also new, as you can see. At the end of a mission, you track how much influence, glory, experience, whatever you have gained, and I ticked skip loot scene, so there's gonna be no loot screen after this mission. I'm just popped back into the hub and I can do my own business right there.
Nice.
What you are saying, Robin, relic items, that was just like that before, because the maximum item level has always been 10 levels below your character level. So before 2.0, maximum level was 80, therefore all the maximum drops could be level 70. And that's why you have those like that. Currently in Martyr in 2.0, maximum level is 100, maximum item level is 90. So it's always like a 10 level difference. And speaking of drops, basically items can drop 5 levels below or above your level. So if you're level 80, you can get items at level 85 or 75.
And also you can
in that range.
You can enhance the levels of them, right?
Oh yeah, you can research that tech tree stuff, and obviously there's tutorials. So it's as you can see again, crafting has been modified heavily, and this is the modify feature, so intended. Basically, you can re-roll all these enchants one by one, re-roll the whole deal all together. Let's see, let's do it. Are you sure? Yep. I modified, let's see. Actually, it got better. So nice. My autogun is still better, obviously, because it's an Archaeotech relic. But you can reroll all enchants together, or you can reroll them one by one. But for even more cool things, you can go into this tab and reroll one stat. So if it's like the damage, you can see it can go from 108 to 122. And I can't do this because I haven't researched this feature at the tech tree, but I can do this until I hit that sweet 122.
Yeah, so you know the max amount, and you can just
min-max your gear basically for tons of credits and craft materials. Obviously, purple materials are easy to come by. I have 400, so and this only costs 3. But these, and especially these,
Sparkle is quite difficult to get.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna go and just salvage my level 90 inoculator, which gives me a bunch of neat stuff. So there's that, and I'm just checking. I'm not having shards. I'm just checking if there's something I missed. I think we can do the intel mission.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Plus 30% HP and 40% heat resistance to elite enemies. That's gonna hurt. Let's do it. Anthrax Omega, I quite doubted, because in the first half of the stream I was playing with a melee assassin, and I was tearing across maps much easier than with this Crusade.
Depends on your build.
It all depends on your build. Basically, you have to get some new items to fully experience how it's gonna work, because there's over 200, or I think even over 300 new relic engines added in 2.0, which means you've got to get a lot more creative with all those builds to create something that create synergy between your items.
Yeah, also
melee is one of the most fun to play.
Converted basically every character to 2.0, so you might see little changes in your balance. So I think be sure to just play the game with that character, get some new loot, gear up your character, and I think it will be fine.
Yeah, I highly recommend to play some missions, especially tarot missions, because tarot missions now allow you to get specified loot as well. So I was talking about the Voyage Crusade chests earlier, that you can choose between a couple of chests to get specific items. For example,
Right.
if you want to get morality items, you can go and open that chest if you know where the chest is. And get those items specifically, but you can use tarot cards and Imperial Seals for the same thing. So you can apply a tarot card to a mission and gain more melee weapons, or apply an Imperial Seal to a mission and gain void shards if you want to do, or gain more tarot cards.
Yeah, you can play around all these new items to just get the loot that you
I think
desire.
Yep, I just activated the side quest, and now we have a tutorial. So this is also a new thing in Martyr. For the first time you encounter everything, you will gain a tutorial feature, which is really amazing because the game was quite cryptic before.
Yeah.
And especially with all the new mechanics that we have added, it's even more deeper, and you need tutorials for that. So it's really amazing. And now I got these guys free, and they are gonna help me, I'm pretty sure. So I was always like a ranged character. In every game ever, I was always playing a ranged character. But in Martyr, I'm starting to like melee better because that fits just my playstyle better. Like
I use my great axe with my Crusader all the time because the whirlwind effect is just so good.
I might just try it out later on if I have one. I don't know, let's try this. I must try this. Oh, it's even one-handed. Or no, it's main hand, sorry.
Yeah.
Power axe. Yeah. Oh, I already have an item equipped. Yeah, let's yeah, it's quite fast as well, the melee abilities.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Back to the Octagon though, because that supports my build better. Oops. I get those signals. Yeah, this Rosario's force field is quite an important feature if you want to go end game. Although I have a colleague that prefers the digital weapons thingy, belt item, because it gives you like 50% crit chance or something, and you shred with that. So you just go and it's insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into cover just to be sure. Is there a co-op in story missions? Yep. There is co-op in story missions. You can do the season content in co-op, you can do the original campaign in co-op, and you can do DLCs in co-op, which is really amazing because that means that basically you can do everything in co-op.
Yeah, you don't have to just disband your party just to run co-op mission in the campaign. Now it's all there.
Yeah, because obviously you've been maximum level. It's like, and obviously level 80. That was the max level before, and now you're not maximum level, so you're gonna be a bit less powerful than before, until you get new items. Even level 50 characters can go super insane now with the new Relic Engines. So it's really all about build variety. Yeah. Where am I going? Yeah. I'm gonna skip ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the assassin.
Yeah.
Just to play some melee once more.
Yeah.
To showcase how it's very much alive.
Yeah, I think it was quite good.
Yeah, I really like the melee. I really like the melee missions.
I think some builds might be different after the patch. Obviously, it's
that's
a whole new.
But if you gotta get more items because you can get relic items from every item tier, item slot basically. You have to get more items to get a powerful build, but it's gonna get insanely more powerful. No, I mean Aquilonian. Just check this out. I mean, let's see.
Obviously, all the characters were converted into 2.0, so it definitely will feel different per build. So be sure to check your build. Equip new items and go play that way. I think.
Yeah, I did this mission already, so I'm gonna just start this. Or continue, sorry. Yep.
Escape, yeah.
Let's see, Nurgle Infestation, or let's do this. It's a new mission type as well because there's new game modes in the Voyage Crusade as well. Cool. Actually, there's 7, I think, new game modes. So besides the old Purge Hunt, Data Hunt, Nurgle Infestation, Siege, etc. missions, there's a bunch of new mission types. One of them is this. And I'm just gonna show how cool is melee. And also there's a couple new perks added as well. It's really cool to see some synergy being built into this system. Yeah, this is one of my favorite maps as well. It's really cool. So let's see.
It looks so good. I mean.
Yeah, I'm just gonna adjust the camera back because I'm playing melee, so it fits me more to get this closer look. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy some enemy machinery. Yeah, so whoever said that melee is not really cool,
I think
I'm begging to differ.
that guy just realized that one of the perk was
perks,
reason for it. So
perks can be changed. So yeah, if you see that, how am I shredding? And this is a maximum level endgame mission. And
so this is how level 100 maxed out melee assassin.
I'm not even maxed out because I don't have sockets.
Almost maxed out.
So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, as you can, and
So
and I don't have the movement tree.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any points in the movement tree.
So how will a maxed out character would look like? All archetype.
Architect
items,
relics, ancient relics,
all sockets filled up with
Soundcode
doctrines.
Yeah, and gems as well. And obviously there's so many gems if you check the compendium. Each gem has 5 tiers, and you have to upgrade them. Runes as well. 3 runes of the same type. Make 1 rune of the higher type. So it's like a whole game to craft all those stuff again.
Yeah, so for maxed out character you basically have to level up to 100 and then you correct all the archetype gear, socket them, and then reroll the stats on them, I guess.
Yeah, max out the stats on that thing, so you gotta spend more craft values.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously,
cool.
if I would have the sword, the Death Call Blade, sorry, Assassin Power Sword, I think that makes you able to jump. I think I have one. No, crap. Or do I? No, I don't. No, I don't have. Oh yeah, I have some tarot cards.
Tarot cards,
so,
yeah.
So yeah, there's a Uther's tarot card. And
I think just right click them and it
yeah,
will
you
give
can only use them in the
level
hub
up.
though, but still.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, I'm going crazy with this melee assassin. I really like this build because I'm moving so fast. It's not the default movement speed of the assassin. It's all about the builds. So if you create good enough builds, as you can see, I'm almost dead. I saved myself with a Rosario's Field. Execute this guy. Bam. So you can see I'm having all these buffs taken that are keeping me alive. I'm having quite a lot of lifesteal and the dodge as well. But if I check my inventory, I'm having 13% movement speed while I'm in green suppression, 11% movement speed while so it's really cool. And also my Rosarius is also doing the movement speed.
Also so you can set your perks as well.
Yeah, I think I have some perks. No, I don't want to check them because I'm afraid of dying. Yeah, so it's really cool. I love melee honestly in this game, especially with the Assassin Power Sword, which is a 2-handed version of my current gear. But I'm not using those because I didn't find a good enough one yet. So that's one of the coolest things in Martyr, that basically now you can do whatever you want with your build. It's endlessly.
Yeah.
I just said really 200 or 300 Relic Engines have been added, and each one of them are different. So if you combine them, you can basically achieve anything.
So this is a Voyage Crusade mission, right?
Yep.
So yeah, people asking that it's a green mission. So it's not just a green mission. It's a Voyage Crusade mission. So it's quite difficult even for a level 100 character.
Yeah, mind you that I'm in fully awesome gear. Yeah. So these enchants, can be on worse items as well.
Yeah.
So the fact that I have fully decked out endgame gear doesn't mean that these enchants are only available on that endgame gear. Oh, let's do this. I'm just activating this terminal really quick, and then these turrets are now helping me.
Oh, that's really cool.
So there's a bunch of new map scripts as well. So now
awesome.
I activated the terminal, and all these turrets, as you can see, that one, even these guys are helping me.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool that you have some interactable objects, you know. And so yeah, I'm in decked out gear, and the Voyage Crusade gets harder as you progress. So the last mission of the Voyage Crusade is level 110, which means
okay.
you receive twice as much damage, or maybe 4 times as much damage, or something like this, and you deal less damage. So you can only complete all the Voyage Crusade missions if you are really cool, if you are in really cool gear, or you figured out some build that makes you invulnerable forever.
Let's say you are level 100. What's the toughest mission that you can?
Level 100 toughest mission, basically I think some tarot missions can be hard, but I would say that currently either the Warzone, the last Warzone, because the Warzone has been reworked. Obviously, let's talk about the Warzone first, a bit. The Warzone received a lot of criticism, rightly so, before, because it only consisted of like 6 maps that went on forever.
Right.
Currently the Warzone consists of 100 maps, which is also a really good new thing. So it's varieties in the Warzone.
Yeah, I mean Warzone...
It consists of 10 chapters, and basically it's sort of like a gear check thingy, because the Warzone always scales to you. So if you're level 50, the Warzone will give level 50 missions. At least it will start like level 50. But yeah, so the hardest missions in the game for level 100 characters is either a Warzone mission, a super hard terror mission, or intel mission.
Right.
And obviously the last final mission of the Voyage Crusade.
Indeed.
The Voyage Crusade is the ultimate endgame game mode. The final missions of the Voyage Crusade are called Supreme missions, unique game modes. For example, either Nurgle Hunt, which means 3 Nurgle demon hosts in one room, or 2 Nurgle Halberds, and 1 demon host in one room.
Wow.
With unique difficulty modifiers. So it's like a unique boss fight. There's mechanics that you have to worry about. Or there's like Kolos Hunt, which is basically same thing as Hunt, but the elites get increasingly powerful if you kill them. So it's maybe you pull them together and defeat them at the same time. It's you pick your poison, you know. And it's really tough. And obviously, as you can see, I did this mission. And when I go back to the Voyage Crusade map, it will say difficulty is now being increased by 1 because I progressed. Yeah. So now the next mission is gonna be tough. Like, I don't know, 20% damage increase. Let's see. So I'm gonna check the time real quick. Yep. So yeah, as you can see, difficulty modifier went up to level 2.
Okay.
The end loot bonus increased to 30, which means more loot for me at the end. And if I check this mission, now I am having problems. I'm gonna have 20% more damage, 12% less damage dealt. So yeah, I think that's not so good.
It will get really difficult if you get the damage dealt modifier and also an open exterior map where the enemies are just swarming you, basically.
Yeah, and of course, no matter if you do these missions, obviously you get loot at the end and during the missions, and okay, that's cool. But what you want to do is reach the end, the Supreme mission of the Voyage Crusade. What does the life count mean? That means if you die, you lose 1 life. That's so you have 5 tries basically for the entire thing. So you gotta be careful, because if you overcalculate and you want to do too much missions, then the difficulty goes up and you won't be able to do the Supreme mission, and you will fail. And if you fail, that means you won't be able to get to the chest room, the end chest room, which is 10 huge chests containing full of relics. So basically that's your goal, to do as many missions as you can without failing and losing all your lives, and then go to the Supreme, the final mission, do that, teleport into the final end loot room. You can check out the pictures basically if you want to at the compendium, how it looks. So if you reach the end loot room, you will, as you can see, my HP is already having problems. I pop the Rosarios because that makes me invulnerable for a brief period of time. So yeah, and this is only the first difficulty increase, and I'm already like,
you really have to calculate your build for the Voyage Crusade.
And I'm in very good gear, mind you. So
we're really curious to see you guys come up with great build ideas, because
I'm pretty sure that you guys will be much better at this than I am. So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm having really good gear, but I'm definitely sure that players will figure out much better ways at this than I am. I redesigned the Voyage Crusade mission difficulty roughly to be enjoyably challenging at first, you know, with good characters, and then at the end it gets tough. So by tough, I mean you have to be really cool to do all the... You can reach the end chest, so the final supreme mission. You can choose your way in the Voyage Crusade. So if you want to reach the end quickly with not much loot modifiers, you can do that.
Yeah, you just go that way. Yeah.
Oops, let's check this out. I find something. There's a cogitator.
Okay. What does it do?
Yeah, it contains secret information about the final chests. So without finding these cogitators, oops, I'm almost dead. Yeah, so this is the first difficulty modifier, and as you see, I drift away and talk about some stuff for a minute, and I'm already having problems. So these cogitators give you info about the final chests, because if you don't click on these, and Omicron Arcs will give you some info about what it is. So if you don't click on these chests and you don't use them, you won't know what's in the final chests. So you have to guess. Basically, there's 9 chests. You can only click a couple. You have a fixed amount of keys. If you do more missions, you have more keys to open chests. But if you do not so much missions, you have 2 or 3 chests to open out of 9. So
it's a cool little layer.
So if you're unlucky, you can end up, or if you don't want some blueprints, for example, you can end up opening a chest that contains blueprints. But if you find enough of these cogitators and get enough info fragments or intels, then you will know what's in the chests, because the tooltip will say it. There's going to be a different effect. You're going to get information what's in the chests, and you can see that, oh no, nice, this chest contains ancient relics, that's what I need, so you're going to open that chest. Or you just don't bother with the intels and do a couple missions fast and
just randomly open
randomly open chests and hope for the best.
Right.
At the end, there's always going to be one chest that does not require any loot or any keys, sorry, to open, and it's always going to be full of loot.
Yeah, I mean just to get something, even if you...
Yeah, but the rest of them you have to either get lucky or get some intel about what's in the chest.
Right.
So it's really cool feature, and within the Voyage Crusade there's going to be hidden missions and covert missions. So for example, in one of the missions later on, you can find a trapped Stormwatcher commander, and you have to save him, or you can save him. And if you save him, he gives you the coordinates of a secret mission. And if you do that secret mission, the final loot bonus of the Voyage Crusade will increase dramatically.
Wow.
So obviously the goal is to stack up the loot bonus in the Voyage Crusade, because it affects loot dropped during the missions.
Okay.
So
that's very cool layers to the Voyage Crusade.
It's so it's really deep, because we wanted to add as much variety and interesting stuff, to figure out mechanics. It's not just, do 5 purges in a row or 10 hunt missions in a row and then get some loot, but you can find secret stuff, you can find these intels, you can basically do secret events, you can unlock hidden missions, and these are sort of all working together because they stack up a loot bonus modifier, 3 modifiers in fact, that you can track on the main Voyage Crusade map. So it's really amazing.
Awesome. And
yeah, if I'm gonna quit, which I'm gonna do it soon, I failed the entire branch of the Voyage Crusade, so you have to be careful.
These are really low missions, because these are really the end game missions that you see in here.
So now I have failed 2 branches of the Voyage Crusade because I chose to, and that means I only have 1 more shot because there are 3 branches left. I failed.
After that, you have to collect these shards again to open Voyage Crusade.
So as you can see, there's this loot information. There's nice little tooltips. The info fragments collected and keys collected is tracking as well. Okay. So you can see what stuff.
So you want to collect all the stuff there too.
Yeah, you want to get 5 keys, so you can open 5 chests out of 9. That's the maximum. Yeah. And you can get info about 6 chests.
Gotcha.
So if you find 6 cogitators all across these,
then you're all good.
Yeah. Why no use of elite? I'm not sure what you mean. I
think that.
Yeah, that Sentinel cannon was an elite.
Here in Martyr, elite enemies are kind of the rare kind of big enemies on a map, so we don't really just put like 10 of them at the same time.
It's really tough, especially during the end game. I just fought one of those, by the way, elites. The Sentinel autocannon was an elite that I just
Yeah, turret missions aren't replaced. Turret missions are still there. We're gonna upload the video later to YouTube, and
yeah, sure.
we talked about the turret missions and how they changed. Turret cards are still there. The turret system is extended. It's expanded.
It's much more cooler, to be honest, because
it's a lot cooler.
Yeah, tarot missions are free, so that's a given.
Yeah.
So you can tarotize, if that's a word. If you can tarotize any mission besides campaign missions.
Yeah.
So even Voyage Crusade missions.
Yeah.
Even within the Voyage Crusade, you can go and tarotize missions. This desk was previously the tarot desk, but that's no longer useful because you can go any mission, and I didn't unlock it, but there's gonna be a huge button here that says Uther's Tarot. You click it,
and you just add your tarot cards that you unlocked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't unlocked it yet because the first couple campaign missions give you Uther's Tarot.
If you already have a high level character and you unlock tarot cards, then you will have the.
Yeah, and there's going to be challenges as well, because someone said challenges. That's also going to be a new system that appear right here. You can request a challenge 3 times a week, and if you do it, you receive some additional stuff.
I think even if you can't log in at that particular day, the challenges will be there for a bit, I think, right?
Yeah. Challenges will reset, I don't know, after a week or something. So you have a limited amount of time to do them, but it's worth to do them.
Yeah.
Tarot cards and Void Crusades are character based. So if I say, let's say, abandon this Void Crusade, goodbye, and I create this another Void Crusade, I can do this, and on my other character, I think I can have a different progress.
Right.
So it's character based.
Yeah, it makes sense to make it character based, I think.
Yeah, tarot cards are, I think, you got me there. I think they're account based. But and obviously there's Clement, the old guy here. You can
priority missions are still there. Yeah.
So it's all there. I think we sort of summed up
kind of like that.
pretty much everything as best we could. Obviously, if you have any questions, we're
gonna play the game a lot in the coming days, and be sure to log in and check all the new stuff there. Check the patch notes, check the compendium, and we are awaiting your feedback. And we are very curious about your builds, and we'd like to see all the high level characters, people racing for the level 100 and all that. Yeah,
will Martyr be on sale during the Steam Summer Sale? We can't tell.
Can't tell.
but be on the lookout. If you have any questions, obviously we're going to be more active on Discord and on the Steam forums as well, and on our community hub. And I really think that
we summed up quite
everything. Yeah. This VOD is gonna be up on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stream a lot more in the coming future. And I really hope you like 2.0, because I sure as hell do. I'm really proud of the guys responsible for making it happen.
Yeah.
And it's a huge stone on my chest, honestly, that I see it live working properly and smoothly. It's been optimized a lot. New video features,
really
runs smoother, runs faster, plays better. That's the most important. So if you want a really cool 40k ARPG with really deep endgame and crafting, definitely check out.
It's the best time to check out Martyr. It's best than ever been. Yeah, that's for sure. And it's out on PC 2.0, and it's coming to consoles very soon. We're gonna announce the date when we are ready.
More accurate estimate. Yeah.
And besides that, we will have Inquisitor Prophecy, the standalone expansion, out in a bit more than a month, in July 30th, which is a standalone expansion with a new class, tech adept, and new campaign and new enemy types. So.
Yeah, I just linked the compendium in the chats. If you want to check out all the cool details, if you want to remember all these things, it's all there.
Yeah.
So be sure to check it out. And obviously, we're going to be on high alert in the upcoming weeks to fix everything you guys find. So do give us feedback on that as well.
We really appreciate your feedback, guys, all the time. It means a lot.
Yeah, so obviously, this 2.0 update itself is based hugely on community feedback.
Absolutely,
so that's I should have said it a lot more times, but without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Yeah.
So we'll see you in the next one. Be sure to check out the compendium and go and purge some heretics.
Yeah, see you guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.